Welcome into the Gridiron Grind. It's our Dallas Cowboys Dallas Cowboys NFL podcast. Crew 3, Jimmy G. Jimmy, the Cowboys are in a bad way right now.
Yeah, buddy. Hi.
2 losses in a row.
Dude, in Miami, that one stings because we were there. It's like Philly the first time, and
Yes.
it was like we played better, but I don't know, man. We can't stop the run right now, man. We need the big boys back up front. We need to, again, I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it till he's off the team. I think we can go ahead and say that Mazi Smith is not
he's terrible.
Not the guy that everybody thought he was. He's not this run stuffer.
No.
He looks
gets
small
pushed
to me to be
around.
A run stuffer. Hankins?
Yes.
Hankins is a run stuffer.
Yes.
Right? But yeah, so I don't know.
Cowboys need to draft T'Vondre Sweat from Texas. That's a run stuffer.
Yeah.
And then
I'll take that guy.
You can cut Mazi Smith. Mazi Smith gets dominated in the trenches. Just pushed back.
It's like he's slow off the snap. It's like the snap happened, and then the lineman's engaging him as opposed to him meeting him at the point. And
if you just need to know, just watch the line of scrimmage when the Cowboys are on defense. If you don't know what number Mazi Smith is, just watch the guys on the line of scrimmage and the guy getting the slow start and getting pushed the furthest backwards. That's Mazi Smith.
That's him. Yep.
Every time. So, but the fumble. What about the fumble? First drive. We drive all the way down there. CeeDee Lamb, we give him the ball the whole first quarter, and then we decide, that's working too well. Let's stop giving him the ball. Anyway, first and goal on the first drive, and our fullback fumbles. We fumbled away the game, is what happened.
A couple things on that. One, the play before. Like, I don't mind the play giving it to the fullback. I don't either. We've been successful at that play all year.
Yep.
He's proven he can carry the ball. The play before, Pollard didn't look like he gave it his all to try to get in.
Yes.
And got stood up at the line. Like, he didn't dive. He didn't try to initiate contact. He just got stood up at the goal line. And that's the one that I have a problem with, is I'm going, okay, dive, do something. And that's what, to me, led to it. But second thing I noticed on the replay, when the fullback got it, okay, he never closed down. To me, that signaled, I think the fullback, that may have been on him, not knowing the play, but the fact that he didn't try to complete the handoff, I think he thought it might have been play action.
Yes, I agree.
It looked to me like he was ready to receive the ball.
And my dad said the same thing. He didn't think that the fullback thought he was getting the football.
Exactly. I don't think he did either, because he never tried to trap the ball and carry it. All he did was try to carry out. I mean, when this stayed up this high, I go, he doesn't think he's getting the ball. He's getting out of the way so Dak can pull that ball back and not him cause the fumble. And in doing so, we fumbled the football. That's outside looking in. Now, again, it clearly, if Dak thought it was supposed to be a handoff, that's on the fullback for the, not recognizing the play call. But to me, I'm going, he didn't think he was getting the ball. His elbow stayed high. He gave Dak all this area here, so it clear so he could pull it. So frustrating. Doesn't make it any less
disappointing. CeeDee Lamb goes off first quarter, doesn't get the ball much the rest of the game. Just frustrating. The Dolphins hadn't beat a team with a winning record all year until they beat the Cowboys. Cowboys can't win on the road. They can only beat terrible teams on the road, Jets and Giants. Or Jets were at home, but either way, whatever. Terrible road team. Before we move on, we have to comment just a fire jersey by you hanging up there. Shout out to maybe the greatest Thanksgiving Day performances in the history of mankind. Creed, was it 2001 Thanksgiving Day game, Cowboys?
2001.
Look it up on YouTube. It has everything.
Yeah. It's the bar that all halftime shows should be measured against.
Correct.
Thank you. That is Yes, that's the Dallas Cowboys Scott Stapp number 11 jersey. You know, people go 11. That's Parsons. Well, before Parsons, there was Scott Stapp.
Correct.
So that was a Christmas gift from my wonderful mother,
What a gift.
and I
What a
can't
gift.
wait. I can't wait to wear it Sunday.
As you should. That thing is
Excuse
fire.
me, Saturday. Can't wait to wear it
Saturday.
Saturday.
Cowboys play Lions Saturday. We have another playoff team. Third week in a row we're firing against. No, fourth week in a row because we beat the Eagles, lost to the Bills, lost to the Dolphins, host the Lions. Fourth week in a row, we got a playoff team. We're 1-2 against the other three. A lot of Cowboys fans, it seems like they think the season's the lost cause. Lost cause because we're going to get the 5 seed and we're going to have to win games on the road in the playoffs. And I don't know if we beat the Buccaneers right now. They're on fire.
Dude, yeah.
Baker Mayfield is playing his best ball of his career. Mike Evans is unstoppable. I don't know if we're going to go into Tampa Bay and beat the Buccaneers in the first round of the playoffs this year. Is this season just a lost cause? I mean, we don't get home field advantage. I have no faith. I mean, play the Lions, and I guarantee you we win Saturday just to give us hope. Here we go. We beat a playoff team at home, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to play any playoff teams at home in the playoffs.
Yeah, and this that's what I thought about the Miami game too. I go, and I mean, look, we did what we needed to do late. We just could not. Of course, we also get into what 38 quarters in a row or something. What's that wild stat? There has not been a holding call on Micah Parsons.
Yes, it's crazy. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And you know, to me, I thought that late hit. Thought that was I didn't think he needed to hit Tua. That was on him. But the holding, I mean, they tackled was it Bland or gosh, I just went blank. Their offensive lineman tackled him to the ground on that final drive. No holding call.
Yeah.
No holding call. I'm like, I mean, dude, the refs, and you can't blame it on the refs, right? Like, but sometimes you kind of can when you mean to tell me that the best pass rusher in the league, and that is not a homer, anything. You mean to tell me that the best pass rusher in the league is not getting held?
Yeah.
And then you have the evidence. So you mean these guys can call all this other stuff and get it, but they can't like Micah Parsons. I like Michael Jordan, right? Your refs are keying in on him to make sure he's not getting fouled and not getting this, that. When you have a guy like Micah Parsons, JJ Watt, those type guys that can get to the quarterback, they're going to get held. So that's a point of emphasis is, hey, watch how they hold these guys. And the fact that the refs just blew 3 calls on that last drive, and then, again, it's added to the Micah Parsons, that's why he's frustrated, and I don't blame him, especially when we can go back on replay and you've got an offensive lineman across his body holding the outside of his arm and Parsons can't, and they're not calling it. I'm like, it's egregious. So that didn't help any. That just adds to the frustration. But I said, look, man, we're going to win this Miami game, and because it'll be one of those games that we win. And I think that's how Detroit is too. Detroit's going to come in and punch us in the mouth. We're going to have to react. But yeah, I think we win this Detroit game. And it's one of those, like you said, we're going to be like, oh, look, here it is. We beat it's a playoff team, division winner, and get us back on track. But it's almost like a false sense of security because we have to play better.
Yeah.
We just have to.
I agree. I mean, I'm excited for the game Saturday. Having Saturday game will be fun. I don't know where I'm at playoff wise. There's hope if the Cowboys win their last 2 and the Eagles, the only way the Cowboys can win the division is if we win our last 2 and the Eagles lose at the Giants, because we would have the tiebreaker for a better division record. Would be the only way. If we win our 2, that's the only way we can win the division.
Yeah.
The Giants have to lose the Eagles have to lose to the Giants. If the Eagles lose to the Cardinals, I think they still have the tiebreaker. But if they lose to the Giants, we would have a better division record because the Eagles would have 2 division losses. We'd only have 1. So we need somehow, fingers crossed, the Giants to beat the Eagles in New York.
I think it
Final
could
game of
happen.
the season.
It could happen.
I mean, they played them close this past week. They
Yeah,
played them close.
it could happen.
Uh, Playoff scenarios. The Ravens just dominated the Niners. I mean, that could have been the
Yeah,
potential Super
dude.
Bowl, and the Ravens, it wasn't close. We've said the last couple weeks, best two teams in the each conference, Ravens AFC, 49ers NFC. Who's beating the Ravens now?
Yeah, exactly. The Ravens. That's the only team that can beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah, that surprised me. Brock Purdy, 4 interceptions. But when they have looked at their worst, they all flow through Brock Purdy.
sure.
That team goes how he goes. And when he's turning that ball over, it's like they just don't know what to do. And it's like they all fall apart. And that's what happened. Brock Purdy, they had a great game plan against him, get to him, hit him hard, hit him often, and bother him. And it's in 2 games, he has looked like Mr. Irrelevant. And every other game, he's
True.
looked like first ballot Hall of Famer.
Here's
So,
interesting enough. The Ravens and Dolphins play this week. Ravens are 12-3, Dolphins 11-4. The winner of that game gets the number 1 seed. And to me, I don't even think it's close. The Dolphins do not look like the number 1 seed in the AFC. We just played them
no.
last week. No. The Ravens are only favored by 3. Look ahead to my picks. I'm all in on the Ravens -3, hosting the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Ravens are the best team, I think, in football now. I think they're the best team in the league. Browns clinch the playoffs. How about the Cleveland Browns with Joe Flacco clinch the playoffs with their win Thursday against the Jets? The Cleveland Browns are 11-5 with Joe Flacco.
Huge. And I think Cleveland has made they bring back Kareem Hunt. I think that was huge. David Njoku is playing an elite level of football right
he
now.
chugged a
He's
beer
playing like
in the stands after the win, and Njoku
dude.
did.
I mean, Njoku is playing like the first rounder they thought he would be. And Joe Flacco's in the best scenario, best situation for a quarterback you can be in. Look, he knows he's not the guy for the future, right? He's old. And they've got a massage parlor waiting. He's out for the year. He'll be back. He's the guy. So Joe Flacco's going, there's really not a lot of pressure on me. Every win is like a win we weren't supposed to get,
Right.
because essentially picked me up off the street, which is odd to say about a quarterback who's won a Super Bowl. And if I mess up, it's like, well, yeah, but he just came off the street, he's old, he's not what he's. So Flacco's going, if I'm Flacco, I'm going, I don't have any pressure. This is great. I can play loose.
Listen,
And look what happened. He's playing loose.
If the Cowboys can't win the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the Browns. I'm all
Yeah,
in rooting for the
100%.
Browns if the Cowboys can't win it.
100%. Just why not? Why not them?
So
But
that
yeah, I
leaves
love it.
2 playoff spots available in the AFC. You got the Bills at 9-6, Steelers and Bengals 8-7, and then the AFC South. Who's going to win the AFC South? Jaguars, Colts, Texans, all at 8-7. I would love for the Texans to
I
win
think that
that.
comes down between Jacksonville and the Texans.
But the Colts, the Colts, all they had to do was beat a terrible Atlanta Falcons team, and they couldn't do that last week. They got smoked by 3 touchdowns. Somebody's got to win that division.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs look terrible, but they're going to win the AFC West. They just have to win one of their final 2, or the Raiders Broncos to lose 1 apiece. But I think probably the Ravens are the team to beat. The Bills are hot, so the Bills might have something to say about that. But I think the Ravens proved they're the best. When you look at the NFC, as bad as San Francisco just looks against the Ravens at home, it's just hard for me to see the Cowboys making any damage. Yeah. Niners are probably the best team. Them and the Eagles have the best record, 11-4, along with the Lions. The Lions have a lot to play for. If they can beat the Cowboys, they have a chance at the number 1 overall seed. If the Eagles and Niners can drop another game, so that's huge. Lions, all 3 of those teams have clinched. The Cowboys have clinched. The South is trying to work itself out. Looks like the Buccaneers probably going to win the NFC South. Other 2 playoff spots is, the Rams and Seahawks have the inside track right now for the 6 seed and 7 seed. They're both 8 and 7. Couple of 7-8 teams. You have the Vikings, Packers, Falcons, and Saints. I think it's probably gonna be the Rams and Seahawks, 6 and 7.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Saints just, boy, they lose Drew Brees, man, and that whole franchise just
Yeah,
back to the Aints, man.
back to the Aints.
And I like Derek Carr, but just they're not it, man. He's just not
No,
it. I just
no,
mm.
he's not it. Okay, let's get to our questions of the week. We got a question this week. You can email us, grindgrindsports@gmail.com, comment on our videos, DM us, Twitter, Instagram. This question this week is from Danny from Durant, Oklahoma, via DM on Twitter, X. Says, Jimmy, what percentage are you putting on the Cowboys at winning the Super Bowl right now, this week? What would be your percentage? I think it has to be, for the fact that they're in the playoffs, that gives them some points, percentage points. But my confidence is low. I mean,
I'm going 25%. That's what I was just counting. 49ers, Ravens, Eagles, us. I think we're still one of the 4 best teams in the league. So 25%. 25%. That's just kind of how
that's higher than I'd go. I'd go 10% right now. I'm down on them because the 2 back-to-back losses, the Bills, okay. The Dolphins, even though I predicted it and picked the Dolphins, we should have beat that team. We're better than that team. We should have beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, that was.
It just proves we can't get it done, and that bothers me. And the fact that we got to do all these games on the road, we're probably gonna have to beat Tampa Bay on the road. Then we're probably gonna have to beat the Niners on the road. Then we're probably gonna have to beat the Eagles on the road. 3 in a row. I don't see it. And then for this question to win the Super Bowl, you're gonna have to beat the Ravens. I don't see it. And if the Cowboys do all that, they deserve to be the Super Bowl champs. If
100%.
they can win those 3 games on the road and then beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl, they would deserve it. No doubt.
That'd be a heck of a run.
So I put a 10% chance of doing that. Was where I'd put that. So
it's an uphill.
It's uphill.
It's uphill both ways in the snow.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Thanks for the question, Danny from Durant. We appreciate the questions. Let's get to our final segment. It's our Week 17 bets. 2 weeks left in the NFL. We are crushing it this season. Although we both had losing weeks last week, we're still crushing it on the season. Last week I was 2-3. I'm 31-17 on the season. Jimmy 1-4 last week, but 31-24 on the season. We've been killing it. Just had an off week last week. It happens. I got 5 this week, and I feel great about them. I got
5 as well.
Feel strong as ever. All right, I'll start. I have 2 for the game Saturday night, Cowboys and Lions. Okay. The Cowboys -5.5. I just got a feeling we come out and we hand it to the Lions. A little frustration, losing our last 2. It's a Saturday night home game. The crowd will be buzzing. I mean, there's going to be a lot of liquid courage, and they're going to be rowdy. The fans will be. It's, no one's got to go to work on Sunday. This game will be electric crowd-wise, and the Cowboys, I think, are going to respond. They're back home. Cowboys win this one big. And then also, the under 52, the Cowboys unders hit like 5-6 games in a row. I'm going to keep riding that. I think the under hits. Cowboys defense is going to light up Jared Goff. I won't be surprised if this is one of those games where the Cowboys win 28-14, 31-14, somewhere in there. Give me Cowboys-Lions under 52 as well.
We had this on the college show. So sound the alarm. We've got a live edition. We've got a live change.
Okay.
I did have the Cowboys -5.5. Exactly what you said. This is a game. This reminds me of that second Philly game. We're going to come out and I think we're going to come out and make a statement. Like you said, home game. We know how we play at home. I think we pull away over 5.5, but I'm adding the under 52.
Okay.
I do. I think we get after Goff. We got to worry about Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes.
But I think we'll get we'll be after Goff so much that I think we'll be able to neutralize St. Brown. And yeah, give me the under 52.
I agree with you. I think this is going to look a lot like the Philadelphia game at home a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Eagles had Brown, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown,
Didn't
yeah.
matter. I think it looks a lot like that. All right, Sunday. I have 3 games on Sunday. I already mentioned one. Ravens hosting the Dolphins. Ravens are only -3. After what I saw last week, I'm not that impressed with the Dolphins, and I'm very
Mm-hmm.
impressed with the Ravens. I love the Ravens -3 at home against the Dolphins.
Give me Baltimore -3 as well. Like you said, this is going to be for the #1 seed, and Baltimore's the better team to me. So this one's easy. Give me Baltimore -3.
Yep, 100% agree. Cardinals, Eagles. Love the under here, 48. I mean, I can see the Eagles' offense is just not clicking. I don't think the Cardinals are going to score a lot of points anyway. I think it's low scoring. You'd have to score 7 touchdowns combined to beat me. I don't think that happens. I think the Eagles win in kind of an ugly one. Give me like Eagles 24-10 kind of type of game. So Cardinals, Eagles under 48.
I have this game too, and I went over 48 because I think
All right.
this is a game where the Eagles get their offense back on track, and I think the Cardinals do just enough from their side of the thing, from their side of the field, to hit this over. Give me over 48.
All right. Last one. I got another under. 49ers, Commanders, under 50. I mean, 50 is a
Mm.
lot in the NFL. I mean, for a season of unders, like 69%, it's down to 69%. The over has been a little hot the last couple of weeks, but it's still the under's sitting like 68, 69% for the season. And I mean, hardly anybody's getting to 50. Few games here and there, but Niners, Commanders under 50. The Commanders, they're not going to score against the 49ers. 49ers are going to come out and just beat the brakes off Washington. It's on the road. So I can see San Francisco taking care of business like 35-10. I mean, I don't think this is much of a game. Even 38-10 is a winner.
Yeah.
So give me 49ers, Commanders under 50.
I got 2 more. Going Saints and Bucks. Give me Bucks -2. Bucks are
Great
playing
bet.
some great football right now. People have forgotten how to guard Mike Evans. I guess forgot he can catch the football. 2 that's too low. Give me Bucks -2. And the last one, Packers Vikings. Give me Packers plus the points. This Nick Mullins, whoever they're starting at quarterback, that's going to come back and bite you. Like we saw it bite the Colts finally. Minshew, just some guys are back up for a reason. It is what it is. And I think the Packers and the points, I think this one, Minnesota's just not that good.
They're
Packers
not.
are going to win this one outright. Give me Packers +1.
I'm going to add one. I love one of your bets, and I'm adding it as well. It's the Buccaneers -2. Buccaneers at home hosting the Saints. The Saints are not good. The Bucs are hot. We just talked about Baker Mayfield's playing his best ball of his career. Give me Buccaneers -2. I think that's stealing money.
Love it.
So I'm on that. All right. Here's our Grit and Grind recap. Creed and Jimmy, 6 bets apiece. And don't forget, we are combined 62 and 41 on the season. We're 19 combined, 19 games over 500. Been hot. Saturday night games. We both have Cowboys -5.5 and Cowboys Lions under 52. We're both on that one. Sunday, we're both on Ravens -3 and we're both on Bucks -2. We differ. I have Cardinals Eagles under 48. Jimmy's going Cardinals Eagles over 48. And then I have 49ers Commanders under 50. Jimmy has Packers +1. There we have it. 6
Love it.
apiece. Combined
6
19
winners.
games over 500. Cowboys Saturday night. Don't forget the Saturday night game. Thanks for joining us on the Gridiron Grind. We'll be back next week. Again, we'll have our college show next week, and we'll have the NFL. We doing a post-game show Saturday night? We didn't do one last week because it was Christmas Eve and we had church. Where are you going to be at Saturday?
I'll be around.
You want to do the post-game?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, we'll do it.
I love post games after a victory.
I do
So,
too.
let's
Have
do
a
it.
few gold tops on Saturday night.
Mhm.
Do a little post
Yep.
game. Okay. Post game it is. Join us for the live post game show Saturday night. Do a little recap. All
I
right.
love it. I'm confident. I'm confident this week we get back on track.
I do too. I do too. We need it. We need a big win. All
We
right.
might win this one 51. We might win this one 49-2.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
That'd be a heck of a time. 49-2. Here to hear first. Cowboys over the Lions Saturday. Thanks for joining us. Grind. Dallas Cowboys NFL pod. All podcasts out on our YouTube channel, Grind Sports, and on Apple Podcasts, where you can get our shows. Like, comment, subscribe. Saturday night after the Cowboy game, we'll have our live post-game show on our YouTube channel only. Thanks for joining us. Go Cowboys. We'll see you next week.
Go Cowboys.